Okay, guys. So I'm trying to get this set up. Everything is laggy right now, so give me just a minute. Those that are joining on YouTube, I am streaming from Zoom with my school community, the Alchemists. So if you are watching on YouTube, I will have both chats up, but I will prioritize the Alchemist. So just a heads up with that. Oops, getting everything set up. And it's a hassle for me to get everything the way I want it. There we go. A rising star. I am getting set up. Give me just a moment. Hey guys, so it is 7:59 my time. We are getting set up and squared away. I'm going to give it probably another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so for everybody to join. And then we will start to get into a little bit about what's going to start here. So what's going to start is we're going to do some success stories from the Alchemists. We have Morgs here that will do hers first. I'm going to do an interview style. So I already have my questions for you, girl, and I'm going to do like an interview style. I know that you said that that's what you wanted. So we will do that. And then if anyone else that joins wants to, come and speak and do their success story, they can too. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, there we go. I was like, what just happened to my stuff? But we're going to give this a little bit because everybody is always late. Always. And maybe that's just my assumption. Maybe I should change that. But it's like whenever I do a live stream, whenever I do a Zoom meeting, people don't show up until 5-10 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes to an hour late. It's really annoying. But I'm usually here actually setting up like minutes before, but I don't go on the camera until like right as I'm starting everything because I also do things last minute. It is what it is. I'm trying to see if I can organize my screen a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Because I want the YouTube chat, and the YouTube chat, you have to have it freaking huge in order for it to show it. Because YouTube is dramatic like that. YouTube is the drama queen. Um, you'll be on camera for the interview. Perfect. Yeah, I already have the questions laid out for us because I know you mentioned that you preferred that for kind of like a guidance. So I got that taken care of earlier today, and I was trying to also work on the 12th module because I'm redoing everything. So like some of the 28-day manifest SP intensive and the 28-day love identity shift, it's the same course. It's just the love identity shift is not live where like they're getting the live lessons and stuff like that. I was trying to get the module 12 completely done today, and that did not happen. But at least I got a public YouTube video up. Like it just did not happen. A rising star. I finally get to make the live for tomorrow. Oh, so you're in the The SP intensive. Got it. Yeah, we will be doing the live tomorrow at 5:30. And then if you are VIP, you can join the hot seat coaching. That's for VIP at 7 o'clock Eastern time. I asked that all VIPs, if you are, to register the day before to let me know who's coming, because if no one's registered, I'm not going to show up. I've only had one that no one was registered. The others I showed up for because there was at least one person registered. Some had a couple to two, stuff like that. Because I think we have, what is it, 10 or so VIPs. I've got 20 to 30 people, I forget, that's in the intensive altogether. I think, I know it's at least over 20. I think it's close to 30. And not everybody is using the sources that they paid for. It's mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. Like, not all of the VIPs are showing up to the hot seat. Not all of the VIPs gave me their WhatsApp number to be in the group. And not all of the people in the intensive joined the school community. It's like, what are you doing? You paid for something and you're not using it. Like, I can only give you guys the sources. I can only lead you to water. I cannot make you drink. I wonder if anyone else is going to show up from the Alchemists. I don't know. You guys voted on Friday, so I'm just saying. I was okay with Sunday too. Everybody said Friday. Like, everybody said Friday. Did I accidentally get out of my other browser? I think I did. Oops. A rising star. I go back to the other courses so many times to check it out, and I stay going to the school. I'd be like, why they not stay saying anything? I stay talking. Yeah, if you're the one taking advantage of it, take advantage of it, girl. Like, no one can force these other people to take advantage of the sources that I give you guys. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Whatever. More for you, right? More for you. Why is my computer like acting like a total Riri? It wants to be completely Riri today. Like, it's like, no, it's Friday. I don't want to work today. Well, you're going to. Okay. A rising star. I love it. You are literally the go. I appreciate that, but it's all you, girl. See, this is what I tell you guys. Like, you guys want to like glorify me. It's all you. I am just you. I am just you. So anything that you see in me, you're literally seeing yourself. And that's what you need to realize. All right. Morris, do you want to wait on people or do you want to just go, girl? I don't know. These people are like, watch, I'm going to be in the middle of interviewing you and they're going to show up. And they're just going to have to sit there because
I don't
I'm going to
mind
be
either
focused.
way.
Okay. Because if they show up, I'm not going to sit here and just stopping you and admitting people. Like, it's not going to happen that way. Like, if like they knew the time. They've known for like 2 weeks now, right? Like, we scheduled this like almost 2 weeks ago. I cannot help people. Again, I can lead you to the water. I cannot make you drink it. Like, you guys, I give you so many sources. Those that are watching on YouTube, if you would like hot seat coaching, I will be doing hot seat coaching after I interview Morgs or anyone else that wants to come on to share success stories. If you would like hot seat coaching, join the Alchemists. Links are on my stand store. And you get 7 days for free, and I will hot seat coach you. So, you want live coaching? There you go. All right. Yeah. No one's joining. And I'm not going to sit here and wait on people. So, did you, Marks, did you want to like say anything before I start asking you questions, or did you want me to just go straight into like interview style?
You can just go right in.
Okay. So, the first one is, of course, I believe in my heart of hearts that you've had the best success out of anyone in the Alchemists, like from what I've seen. There's a lot of success over there, don't get me wrong, but it's like yours is like leaps and bounds. So when you look at yourself now versus the version of you that joined the Alchemists, who are you being today that you simply weren't being before?
Present. Um, that's that was one of the biggest hiccups in the beginning for me was I wasn't in the moment. I was just I was either in the past or worried about the future. I wasn't in the now. Um, and micromanaging, I was the champion micromanager. And I would say just letting go of that, that's who I am today compared to when I started.
So you would say basically just living in the now moment, understanding that literally no time exists except for now.
Yeah, yeah. And not viewing this as a job, not as a job or a ritual. This is just I'm just still living my life. Well, I'm living my life actually now. Before I wasn't. I was waiting for the manifestations to come and then live my life, not the other way around.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people struggle with that, right? They're sitting there like, I just did 10K affirmations. Why isn't the thing here? Right? And they're sitting there and they're looking and they're looking and they're looking, but they're not realizing that they just went completely against what they just did.
Yeah.
Like if affirmations are your thing. So, if you had to describe your identity shift in one sentence, what would it be?
I would summarize it as taking my power back.
Because I'm assuming that, like a lot of people out there, you were giving your power away to forces outside of you.
Yeah, and taking your power back, I had a lot of I'm not going to say wrong, but I had completely different ideas of what taking my power back, living in the now meant. I I think, and in terms of when they say, revising revision, I had a different idea of what that meant. And now I choose to how I see it as I'm reframing things and revising, and if I have an interaction I don't like, I'm reframing it in my mind, and then that's what happens. Before, I would get stuck on that and I would allow circumstances outside of me to tell me who I was. And allowing people, circumstance to, you know, take to be the dictator of who I was.
And, I think a lot of people struggle with the whole revision instead of reframing it to what's going to be best understood by them. They try to do it that of how someone else does it. Right. And that's what I'm kind of hearing from you is that before maybe you were trying to do it in a way that someone else said worked for them.
Yeah, yeah. Very much you have to figure out what works for you. And that can change. That can absolutely change. It's changed for me. Um, what got me to a better place isn't the same as what I do now. So it's really about working with your brain and not trying to copy other people's what works for them.
Yeah, because here's the thing is that we are all points of consciousness. We are all points of the I am. And therefore, the I am wanted these different experiences. So they wanted the experience through you and through who you are, your uniqueness. And I see the kitty in the back. And wanted to experience life through that different type of lens. And the only way for you to understand your uniqueness as that part of the I am is to experience what it's not.
Yeah.
So when people tell me I'm so frustrated because this worked for this person, this worked for that person, I'm like, okay, so what's worked for you in the past? Well, I didn't know manifestation in past. It's like, but you were still manifesting. So what has worked for you? What has been the time where you thought of something and all of a sudden it happened? Think
Yeah.
back to that. When people ask me, how do you come up with what works for you? It's like, that's how I did it. I reverse engineered it. I thought back to times when I did certain things and then certain things happen. And it's like, okay, so how did I do that? Biggest thing is it is 100% what works for you. So I want you to walk us through the moment you realized your self-concept had changed. Like, I remember you said that your friend's kids started calling you princess. And what did you feel internally when that happened?
Yeah. So, and this little girl, she knows my name. She knows my name. I've been close friends with her mother a while. Um, and I realized my self-concept changed when I stopped thinking about it all the time. I stopped thinking about self-concept and how I'm being. I stopped looking outside of myself at the 3D, wondering, am I doing this right? Am I doing that step right? I was fully immersed in what was going on in front of me. And with my with the little girl, I didn't realize she was speaking to me at first because she was referring to she just kept saying princess, princess, and I thought she was referencing a little movie or something that kids do, but then I realized she was actually talking to me. And it was so heartwarming. That's how I would say, heartwarming, and it, but it also felt normal. Of course, it's always been like this. I've always had this experience with people and kids. Um, that's that's a big indicator in shifts is when it feels normal.
Yeah, because you have 100% became the version of yourself that is experiencing that. That version already existed. This is why people will get like deja vu and they sometimes remember occurrences before they happen. And then once they happen, they're like, wait a minute, I was just thinking about that yesterday as if it was a memory, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you know that you've shifted, because now all of a sudden, boom, that's showing up in your reality. It happens to me all the time, literally all the time. So, with that being said, before your shift, how did you use, how did you used to see yourself socially or energetically? And how does that contrast with people reflect you now?
I saw myself in a very negative light. I saw myself as, you know, invisible, um, not prioritized. I saw myself as not important. Um, I didn't think I added anything valuable to social interactions. Um, and what got reflected to me was, and I laugh about this now, but what I got back to me was people wouldn't remember my name. That's that's how strong that belief was. People I had known forever didn't remember my name because it, they were just reflecting what I thought of myself. Um, and now, I mean, my phone will be just blowing up nonstop. People reaching out to me, wanting to hang out, friends who weren't the most responsive to messages or calls respond immediately, to me now. And I have friends pay for coffee if we go out, even though I'll have plenty of money. Um, I have special treatment from other people, and it doesn't feel out of the norm for me.
Yeah. And those things are huge, because I remember in the school you were talking about, like, now all of a sudden you've got like men running after you and you're like, no, go away, go away.
Yes,
and, and these were men that you wanted before. So it's like your standards, let's say here's the ground level, we're way down here, and now the dusties are coming out, and you're like, no, dusties, go away. I don't want the dusties no more. We're up here.
it's like,
We're up here
yep,
now.
yep,
We're up here now. You're up on the high mountain up here, and they're little ants running
yes,
around.
go away, a bug's life.
Right. And it's hilarious because I mean, I posted the "It's Raining Men" uh gif, but that's happened with so many clients, so many. They come to me and they tell me they, especially when they want multiple people from their past to come back, and they don't care which one it is, they just want one of them to come back, and then all of them do.
Yep,
And they're
yep,
like, I don't want them anymore though. It's like,
yeah,
because your self-concept increased and people think I'm wrong and that I'm negative and that I'm trying to not give people their desire, because I literally tell them you might not want this person anymore.
yeah. And I'll fully admit, I used to feel kind of triggered by that statement. Not that it was said to me personally, but if I would hear that in a video or in a lesson, and but that was not a reflection of the person. That was a reflection of that identity I was being
Mm-hmm.
of.
Yeah, because you were glorifying the Dusties.
Yeah, yeah,
You were lowering yourself because that version of you was okay with the crumbs that were left on the floor. And that's the only way I can best say it. And I've been there too, okay? I literally, like, my whole twin flame type situation is like the biggest Dusty of the Dusties, okay? And he did come back. I'm just letting you know. Like, I told people, I'm like, he did come back, but he did not become the version that I wanted. And then I was like, I don't want this person anymore. And then I ended up with better partners after that. So it's like, once you raise who you are, your standards also raise. And you realize, like, I have my pick of the litter. Why am I going for someone that has no car, right? Has no ambition, it has nothing going on in their life, right? And I'm not saying that this is everybody, okay? Um, that needs me to drive to them. This is an example of myself, okay? Um, that thinks a proper date is buying a $5 bottle of wine and me going to his place, right? Why am I doing that when I have men lining up trying to take me to 5-star restaurants, to Michelin star restaurants for first dates? Personally, I don't do that. I'm like, hey, let's do something a little bit more casual. We can do that second or third date, absolutely, but let's tone it down just a little bit. But they still offer, right? They still offer. It's the contrast. Once you raise who you are, those type of men, the like, if we're talking to straight women here, all of them say, I want a provider man. I want a man that's going to spoil me. I want a man that's going to do all these things. They will show up, but it might not be the SP. And then they get triggered when I say it might not be the SP. You've got to
Yeah.
let it go that it might not. Could they show up that way? Sure. But you got to let go that it might be someone better that comes along. Like, why are you mad that someone better comes along?
Yeah. And what I my my problem was it wasn't the person I wanted. It wasn't the Dusty I wanted. What I wanted was for my efforts to mean something. You know, I wanted to have, in my case, I wanted an apology. I wanted an apology. And, you know, I feel you with the Dusty. I mean, it's offensive, you know, and but you when your self-concept raises, you see the men, the interests as they are. You're not seeing them as this glorified version or what you want them to be or anything through rose-colored glasses. You're seeing as they are, and you have that, you're not leading with the emotions. You're
No.
leading with the facts.
And I have straight told a person that I was dating that did kind of a switch on me, and it was because I did a switch with himself. I straight told him, I'm like, you're not being the version that I want, so you can come back when you are. And I hung up the phone. And he came back like a week later, exactly what I said. And this is what I'm saying. Like, can your person become that? Yes. But you have to literally stand your ground and who you are. You can't venture away from that, because the moment you venture away from that, you are inviting the Dusty behavior. The moment you accept that, oh, they're not being your standard, they're going to keep lowering the standard until like there's nothing, because that is the identity you are being now. It's all identity. So I want to talk about, I know you mentioned like appearances. Okay. So your before and afters were wild that you posted. You said that your hair thickened, your skin brightened, your whole energy shifted, right? What identity were you living in that shifted those changes for you?
I so with the my hair loss, for example, I I started identifying as someone who has healthy, thick hair and that it grows quickly. I didn't focus on I never lose hair because that's scientifically not well, it is possible, but everyone loses hair through the day. You just, it sheds. So I stopped focusing on these, on exact, it has to line up exactly how I'm seeing it in my mind. And I just embodied someone who has the hair that they want. And and my process is I envision in my mind how that feels while I'm doing things. And that's a big, big step that changed the game for me was I stopped literally just sitting and making this ritual of my hair is so healthy, my hair is so healthy. I stopped doing that. And while I'm getting ready, while I'm in the shower, I'm thinking, wow, I'm so happy that I have amazing thick hair. And I kept going. And I looked through life and saw hair products and hairstyles as, wow, that's going to be so cute because my hair is so thick and healthy. And that just solidified and it became completely true.
And that's complete embodiment. And see, I wasn't laughing at you on the affirmations because I've been there, right? I've been there. And this is why I tell people when you're doing physical changes, you can't sit there and look in the mirror and say, I'm skinny right now, I'm skinny right now, I'm skinny right now. And you're sitting there and you're not the body that you want. I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. What did I do? I had photos of me when I was in my 20s up on my wall saying, oh, wow, look at me at the beach. Oh, wow, look at me over here. And I took a model that her body is similar to mine, but it's interesting. She's taller than me. Um, but we're the same age. So it's, age appropriate, like all those things. And I put those up and I'm like, oh, look at me when in my 20s, look at me now. Like it's like bam, bam, right? And that's what I kept doing. It was right there. Whenever I would pass by a mirror, I wouldn't even look at it. I would not look at my body. I would look at my face, right? I would look at the features that I wanted. And this is what I try to tell people. You need to focus on what you want. So if it's hair, right? And you like another feature of yourself, focus on that. And then just know the hair is taken care of. Kind of like you said, you knew it was taken care of. Like I haven't cut my hair in like 6 months and I have no split ends. Not one, right? And that's just because of what I decided. I decided I'm tired of going to the salon every 2 months, right? Or every 6 weeks or whatever it is. I was, it's annoying. So I was like, I don't need to anymore. Therefore it is. So with you were saying my hair is so thick. It's amazing. I can do all these hairstyles. And that's exactly what I try to tell people. It's not the words, it's not repetition. It's not you have to repeat this 10,000 times a day or you're not going to get the thing. It's just a knowing. So would you say that that's what it is? It wasn't like, oh, thinking this or saying it is more of a knowing.
Yeah. And this was on one of the modules you showed on your surprise live. But essentially, when you shift into a different identity, your thoughts are going to change automatically. So the affirmations, I find that if you do the affirmation first, that's begging. You're begging the 3D to do something versus, okay, I'm this person. So naturally, your thoughts are going to start aligning. You're going to start thinking and maybe say affirmations, while you're getting ready of, oh, cool, my hair grew. Or I don't have, in my case, when I would touch my hair or brush my hair, I mean, I'm talking chunks. Chunks were falling out. And and then I don't even know how much time passed after I just started embodying. I noticed one day that I would say around 85% it had stopped falling out. And for my roots, I just
No
went this
hair.
color.
Look at
Yeah,
this. No hair is coming out as I'm doing this. There's none.
yeah.
And I used to do this. So, like you, my hair used to fall out a lot. And I had bald spots. I started having female pattern baldness, and it's genetic, right? It's genetic, but I decided it's not. Kind of like both of my biological parents were addicts of sorts, whether it was alcohol, it was drugs. I don't have an addictive personality because I decided I don't. It's all a decision. It's all who you say you are. And they say that that trait is genetic. And especially both of my parents having it, right? My biological mother went through rehab, and she got clean, but I, I, I don't even know about my dad, but that's a whole other story. But what you're saying is so true when people are like doing the affirmations to try to get. I've said this in my personal coaching, and I'm going to do it now, but I'm like, okay, imagine this. I have an S24 here, right? I have it in my hand. I am holding it, right? And I'm like, I have an S24. I have an S24. Thank you so much for my S24. You would think I'm nuts, right? If I'm going around doing that, right? You would think I've absolutely lost my mind. And that's the same thing that I tell people. You do not have to sit here and do affirmations for what you already have. You don't have to sit there and do visualizations for what you already have. You don't have to visualize that the sun rises every morning. It does. You don't have to sit there and affirm that you have air to breathe. You already have it. So if you are 100% being the identity that already has the thing that you want, you wouldn't need to do all these techniques. You just be. And when I tell people that, they're like, that doesn't make sense. It's because your brain is trying to overcomplicate it.
Yeah, your brain is trying to add problems or add obstacles when there is none,
Mhm.
you know.
So, talking about that, what old self image fell away that allowed your radiance to finally match who you really are? I know this is a tricky question.
The old image was one that everything had to be earned. Um, that I would just with that thought, that belief, it affected everything. It affected how I saw myself. It affected how I thought, how I spoke, and that any thought or belief you have that is not serving you, that you don't want. You said this the other day, has to completely fade, has to completely die off for the new to come in. And that is completely true. And this new identity, this new image I have of myself, it's so strong, it's so true that I'll look at old photos of myself or I'll have a conversation with someone I've known for a long time and I won't hardly remember who I used to be, that old identity. That feels way more foreign than anything else. That feels more like the dream than an actual dream.
Right. So, and this is what I tell people, once it clicks and once you finally become the identity that is experiencing the reality you want to experience, it is so difficult to remember the old reality that you came from, to remember the old identity. And because people ask me all the time, how did you do this? How did you do that? And I try to reverse engineer it, but sometimes I forget the old reality. I forget what it felt like. I forget everything else. And there's a reason why I'm asking the things that I am, because it's like you're stumbling over it too. So I'm showing it's not just me. This is just
Mm-mm.
how it is.
Yeah.
Right. So you said your nightmares stopped as well and your anxiety dissolved. What identity did you stop being that made those things irrelevant?
In a very recurring nightmare, I had the theme of loss, whether it was a person, a pet, and these things had happened in my real life. And the identity was one of helplessness, helplessness in these nightmares, in this anxiety that I'm just so helpless. I can't do anything. Everything's out of my control. I can't protect myself. I can't protect my pets. And dropping that, and this exact thought came to me was, I'm not giving myself any credit. I'm not giving myself any credit here. If something was happening to my cat, I'm gonna I'm gonna solve it. I'm gonna take care of the situation. Why am I giving away this power? And I mean, I would say immediately the nightmares stopped. And I really I want to emphasize this, guys. When I say chronic nightmares, chronic anxiety for years, I would have, there was a period of time in my life, I was an insomniac for 10 years. I was so sleep deprived at one point that I lost taste sensations. I couldn't taste because that's how crippling sleep deprivation and anxiety was having on me. And now I have a hard time remembering that time. I'll somewhat once in a while, a doctor or my parents will ask me, you know, how's your sleep been? Been completely fine because that's how strong this shift was.
And the reason why I was asking about that is because there's so many people that watch me that have crippling anxiety and depression. And to the point where they can't work, they can't make money, so they can't afford my coaching, and that's okay. That's why I do the videos that I do. That's why I have the free resources that I have, is to help those people. And that's why I was asking you about this. Because, see, I've been there. I've been where everyone that comes to me is, and I know that that's by design. I was meant to experience the things that I have and get out of those in order to guide others. And this is what I try to tell everybody else. Like, your trauma, if you will, is really your triumph. Because I know people want to say, well, if I was born into a billionaire family and had all this perfect life, everything would be so amazing. You wouldn't know that it's amazing because you wouldn't know the contrast. You wouldn't know. This is why, you know, billionaire kids are buying what is that brand that looks like it's like homeless and spending like $5,000 for a pair of sneakers that are falling apart. Right? They want to look that part because they don't understand what it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll literally pay for experiences to feel what it's like to rough it, right? Because they don't understand. So they want that contrast. So it doesn't matter whether you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth or you're born with nothing. Ultimately, the I am will experience the opposite in some way, somehow. Some of us just experience it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how does your inner world feel now compared to when you were stuck in your fear loops?
I would I would describe it as it feels completely grounded. Um, I operate through the day with such a grounded, stable core. You know, I if there's something unfavorable that pops up, I'm still grounded. If I'm experiencing a negative emotion, I'm still grounded on the inside. And I think that is a misunderstanding that a lot of the community has when it comes to your self-concept shifting, how your inner world. You may still do the same things, but it's how your mind is taking it. You know, for me, for example, I take mental health medications. I have a routine. I have physical ailments, but the way I'm experiencing this, that's different. So therefore, the outcome becomes different. It really is. It's like the example you give two people come to the same party. They may have completely different experiences. You have that within yourself. You can have the same routine, but you're looking at it with a completely different lens. And it may not be marvelous and out there and you wake up like the Truman Show. It's going to feel very grounded and boring. Boring.
I say I say it all the time. Once it's boring, that's when it happens. And here's the thing, it's the Buddhist proverb, chop wood, carry water. I've talked about this in many of my videos. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Guess what? You are still a human being. You still have to go to the restroom, you have to eat, you have to take a shower, you have to do all the things, whether you're aware that you are God or not.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's the outlook of doing those things, right? You could have, you could give two different people $1 billion, and each of them will look at it differently. One might think it's just $1 billion. What is this? The other one might think, oh my God, this changed my life. Or you could have two people that are poor that you give $1 billion to. One is going to completely blow it and be in the same position they were in within a month or two, few months, right? Maybe a year. The next one is going to 10x it, 20x it. Now they're going to be worth 10 billion or 20 billion or whatever it is. And this is why when people say, well, if the wealth was dispersed evenly, it would be so much better. It's going to go right back to how it is right now.
Yeah. It's when I stopped smoking and I'll add, I did the techniques to stop smoking. The gum, distraction. You champion gum chewing, but I did it from the mind of I'm not a smoker. I
When you
didn't
said
do it as
champion gum chewing, I'm over there.
yes,
I'm over there visualizing you putting like a bunch of gum in
I
your mouth,
did.
and your
I
mouth is all.
did. I did. It felt like a cow. You know, And, but I did it from I'm not a smoker. I'm not trying to quit smoking. I'm not a smoker. I haven't had the urge to smoke.
Mhm. I used to smoke in my teens, and I was to about a pack of cigarettes a day. The moment I found out I was pregnant with my son, the moment I got a positive pregnancy test, I threw my last pack of cigarettes away and I haven't looked back. People ask me all the time, how did you do it? I decided I don't want to smoke anymore. I
Mhm.
decided this is going to harm my child. And I wouldn't let his father smoke around me. Right? It was a decision. And this is what I'm telling you. Everything is a decision. And people tell me, oh, that's too hard. I'm addicted. You are being the identity that's addicted. And they call me mean. It's like, I'm supposed to have an addictive personality. I should still be smoking right now. I should be an alcoholic, right? Those are my genes, right? But I decided that is not me. And what's interesting is because it's not me, that cycle is broken. My son isn't like that either. He's never smoked in his life, has no urge to. Um, yeah, he's about to be 21, and of course he drinks every now and then at home, but he'll have like one drink and he'll do it so he can sleep. And I don't care. There's drinks in the fridge. I hardly drink. I said, have at it. I don't care. Right? Just don't drive. If you're if you have more than two, tell me if you need to go anywhere. Right? But he doesn't do that. It's in there for him. He doesn't do it, right? Because I know, because I'm that way, he's that way. And see, it reflects in your reality. It's kind of like literally everything is in your reality, just like everything of me is in my reality. Like, example here, what's mirroring for me right now is every now and then I saw the tattoo on your chest that's like it's 8/31, so I'm thinking August 31st. That was my biological mother's birthday. You see what I mean? It's all the time. All the time. And I tell people, like, with losses, she passed away in 2020. She all the time shows me she's around. See what I mean? I didn't see that until now, right? And we were just talking about her, right? This is what I mean. Like, literally, everything is you. Everything is you. Everything is a reflection of you, including AI. Everything. So I want to talk about, I remember you had like the biggest shift from what you mentioned from the love letter exercise that we had in the Alchemist. So you said that you released some deep rooted patterns. Can you describe a moment where you felt your body respond to your new identity from that practice?
Yeah. Um, it was a very, very intense release. Um, it was a very emotional um release and exercise. And I did it more than once. I had to do it more than once. But the biggest shift was I was giving myself in that moment what I was seeking outside of me from other people. I gave myself the apologies. I gave myself the validations that I was chasing. I gave everything back to me. And all of that before it had to literally just release itself through a very emotional cry session, um, some anger. I would liken it to mourning. Um, in order for this person to take take control, take over.
Yeah. Those that are in my 28-day SP intensive and the 28-day love identity shift know that there are intense lessons in that involving this, where I literally take them through what you just described. You know, publicly, I can only give so much. I can't go as in depth as that, but because that's more, you know, in depth coaching, but it's exactly what you just described. When people talk about Ho'onopono, they always think that I've got to forgive this person, someone outside of me. No, I tell people to do it for the identity that they no longer wish to be. You are thanking them for getting you this far. You're thanking them that they showed you the contrast so that you know what you want now. You're loving them, you're forgiving them and yourself. And then it's a release. So it's definitely a mourning, like you said. And yeah, when I first came up with the practice of the love letter, the thank you letter, and the love letter years ago. This is something I came up with myself. It's not something I saw online. It's something that I was just like compelled to do. Like you, I did it multiple times. And in a couple of my letters, I would write like a sentence and just bawl cry and go in the fetal position and just like scream crying for like 30 minutes to an hour. And then I go back to the letter, right? And this is why I tell people it's okay to do that because you're releasing. See, when people talk about, and I recently posted this video, but people talk about like, you have to feel it real. Like they think it's like emotions. Emotions are human experiences, yes, but they're more so a release. They're part of that identity, right? That's all it is. The I am doesn't have feelings. It just objectively sees like, oh, this is what it is. That's it. Literally, that's it. So you mentioned that your cat was mirroring your calm energy, which is like iconic.
Yeah.
What version of you did she start responding to?
Um, her protector, that's how I would describe this. When I was having the nightmares, she would be waking me up. Because she sleeps, in my bed with me. Um, she would be waking me up. Um, I would sometimes wake up and she would be on the floor meowing. Not that anything happened to her, but she was just on the floor meowing to try, she could feel the distress, the panic, and this calm energy, she sleeps better. She's not up and alert and on guard duty at nighttime in my room. She understands that that's my job for her. And she's just, because she was a stray, she was a stray cat. And she's very calm. Most people don't even believe that she was. They don't, I hear this comment all the time. I can't believe how affectionate she is. I can't believe how sweet she is. She's so calm. It's because she's matching me.
As you mentioned it.
Yeah. She
As
was
you mentioned,
like, you rang.
she's like, oh, affection? Yes, I would like
You,
that.
yeah, she's like, you rang.
And it's so funny because people have it in their minds that a stray or something that can't be that way. It's like my cat Obsidian. I got him from the Humane Society. And he is the most cuddly boy. This is why you see photos of him on my lap, like while I'm trying to work, because he would literally be inside my shirt and like sticking his head out if he could. But he's too big. I'm a small person. He's big. But he would do it 100%. If he could burr himself in my shirt, he would. And yeah, he's calm. He's super calm. Every now and then he'll have zoomies like most cats, but it's not often at all. He doesn't scratch furniture. He has his claws. He's like I said, like it's like you said, he's mirroring you or she's mirroring you, right? 100%. You mentioned before that your voice strengthened when you stopped identifying as not good enough, right? How does singing feel now that you're embodying confidence instead of performing for approval?
There's no fear. There's no fear. Um, anyone who sings or does any sort of performance hobby understands that fear. Um, that's gone. That's gone. If I open my mouth to sing something, I have no doubt. I'm just thoroughly enjoying and knowing I'm nailing this song. I'm nailing this song right now. And as if it's always been this way. Like, what do you mean I blacked out at a karaoke competition years ago? No, never. But there's just it's so thoughtless. It's as easy as talking now.
And this is why I always compare it to like once you fully embody the new identity, it's like learning to drive a car. Because after you learn how to drive a car, you're not sitting there worried like, am I holding the steering wheel the right way? Am I pressing the pedal just the right amount? What is this person doing beside me? Right? Like you're hyper focused on so many things when you first start driving. But after you've been driving for say 10, 15 years, right? You get in your car and sometimes you forget how you got to your destination.
Uh,
Happens to me all the time. I'm like, did I just drive 10 miles? Oh, cool. Complete space cadet. But I make it there safely. I've never caused an accident, so there we go. Um, but that's exactly how it is. It's autopilot at that point,
yeah.
you know. And it's so funny you talk about like the stage fright. Even singers like Beyonce had to create Sasha Fierce in order to be on stage. So it's like when you compare yourself to these other singers, they have it too. They 100% do. They just don't talk about it, but they do. So,
Yeah.
what did the creative, express version of you unlock that the old identity couldn't touch?
I didn't see myself as worthy of anything before. I had such a dismissive, I mean, I honestly viewed myself like dirt on the floor. I I didn't I didn't see myself as anything. And now when I'm creating something, when I'm singing, I feel powerful. This is my expertise. This is my area. It's time to lock in, you know. And when I talk about singing or I talk about music, I feel comfortable. I have confidence of I know what I'm talking about. It's just a completely different, I would say the same information before, but it would come across completely different as timid and, well, let me double check. Let me make sure this is the right thing. No, it is. This is right. It's just complete and utter freedom.
So, I remember also you said that the dentist told you that your teeth looked great. even after years of avoiding going to the dentist. What inner shift did you do, or do you even remember, that allowed you to walk in confidently instead of expecting bad news?
Well, this was harder than other things because I had a lot of fears. I had just, I mean, I when something's on your face, that's a bit harder, I feel. But that that was coming from a lot of grounding myself in knowing, no, it's my teeth are healthy, and if anything needs done, it's cosmetic or it'll just happen on its own. That right there was a big hurdle to get over. The how. I love Pinterest. I love Pinterest. So I would look at people's smiles or things like that, and this is how I want my smile to look, XYZ. I had to let go of how this would happen because that's fear. It has to be like this. It has to be like that. I have to have control over this and that. I had to let that go. Let it go. Just go. And I go. The dentist was hot too. I had a hot dentist, which made my day. And I and when he said that your teeth are healthy, just standard cleaning, of course it is. That's expected. So I had to drop the how. How could my teeth be healthy? I smoked forever. I had drug problems. It doesn't matter. It's that they're healthy.
Yeah, it's so interesting because if you had known me a few years ago, I had the worst stains ever, right? And I don't do anything special. People ask me all the time, what do you do to your teeth? I brush them. I'm dead serious. And you see me, this is coffee, right? This is coffee. Coffee, I made myself like a peppermint mocha. It's got peppermint, it's got chocolate in
Same
it.
flavor.
I make it myself because I put like the peppermint oil and I put hot cocoa in there and all types of stuff. And it's like I drink coffee at least once a day. I drink tea nonstop. Let's look at the British. Their teeth are not, you know, and they drink tea. And what's funny is people ask me all the time, how are your teeth so perfect? How are they so white? Because I assume it so. Because
Yeah.
when I go into the dentist, I often get asked, have you had work done on your teeth? I said, aside from a few fillings when I was 32, no. Like just surface level fillings in the back. And that was because, like you, I had avoided the dentist for years before that. And so it was expected for me at that time. And so I had a couple of cavities, whatever. They filled them. It was good.
Yeah.
I've had no other issues, literally no other dental work. And people don't believe me. They're like, there's no way you've had something. It's like, no, I just assume. And so when people ask me, they're like, how do I have perfect teeth? How do I have white teeth? Assume that they are. What are you talking about? They're blinding.
Yep.
What whitener do you use? This is what you need to hear from people.
Yeah.
And don't accept anything else.
Yeah.
So the next one is that you mentioned that you manifested a free nail set with zero effort. How was that?
Well, um, to for this example, I'm going to go into a little bit of just finances, stuff like that. You know, I love having my nails done. Recently, the prices of getting your nails done has been outrageous, craziness. And I I stopped getting them done for a while. And my friend happens to be a nail tech, and I I looked at her page. I just started looking at nails, and I would literally see them on my hands that they're done, or I would look at pictures where my nails were done. And personally, I like to do inner conversations, and where I will speak as though it's done already, you know, with, oh, look, my nails, she did my nails, no cost to me. Was so nice of her. And and I made that my normal, oh, this is going to be my next set, that it's going to be free. Of course, it's done. And I randomly messaged her because she posted a nail set, and I said, "Oh, I love these." She said, "Oh, cool. You want them? I'll do it for free." And that's how simple it was.
Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. And so, what was the most surprising manifestation or desire that came to fruition or change that happened once you stopped identifying with your past?
Oh, yes. An SP. SP.
Yes.
Um and and you saw in real time, and the alchemists in the school did, and an ex, I hate to even say that word, but I had been, it was a dusty situation, total jerk, you know, and I ended up being ghosted by this guy. And all of my friends were begging me. It was this bad, guys. Block him. What are you doing? Why are you still hoping he comes back? Girl, he's literally a horrible person. He's ugly. He looks like a roach. You know? And what changed was I gave myself what I wanted. I wanted an apology. I didn't want him back. I didn't want him back. I wanted an apology. I gave that to myself. I'm so sorry that, I let myself settle for this person. I deserve so much better. And I blocked him in June of this year. And I just I started to feel offended by men like him. I started to feel angry, but not at myself, at I would never put up with this type of bare minimum below crap. And what's very interesting is the day that this manifested came into fruition. I was picking up my mental health medication, and he had made a very hurtful comment about my mental health that deeply hurt my feelings. It took me a while to get over that. And he had messaged me on a platform, the only one where he was not blocked on. And this was the last thing I ever expected. And months ago, before I blocked him, this was all I wanted. I just wanted him to message me again after being ghosted. Message me. I just want to message. He'll message me. But spending hours affirming that and listening to subliminals, all of these things. And when I just dropped it, I honestly even forgot about it. And when I saw that he messaged me, And not only did he message me, he had to reactivate his account in order to not be blocked so he could contact me. They will find a way, whether it's via stork, you know, and
Boat
I,
signals.
and I saw this message and I flipped out, you guys. I crashed out. I was so angry because from the identity I am now, I would never tolerate this man. And I and he completely lied of why he was contacting me. Some crap. And I was just so I was so angry at his audacity. But then I did the office type of smile to myself, like to my invisible camera, because it's like, oh my God, I did it. It manifested. Because that's what I wanted so bad. I was so desperate for it to just have this contact again. And that he did come back. And yeah, I did get the satisfaction of telling him what for and telling him off. He saw the message and that I did get him back and I didn't want him. That was very satisfying, not because of him, but because that was my growth. That that was over me settling for Justy's, the roaches, and the cereal. But that's done. But that was done. I really did. I did the office thing when I saw that.
Like, really, sir? You have the audacity. Um,
Yes, I sent it to all my friends.
and what's interesting is there's so many out there that say that. I just want one message. I just want to hear from them. No, you don't. No,
Mm-mm,
you
no.
don't. You want something that you think is there but is not. For most people, the people that want an apology, the reason why you want an apology is because you lowered your standards and you're like, how dare this person that is a 2 and I'm a 10 ghost me? How dare this person that is below me ghost me?
Yeah,
That is what it is. But you have to look at it the opposite way. They did you a favor.
yep,
They are the
yeah,
trash that took themselves out. Literally, the trash can grew legs and walked out.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They will find a way. They will 100% find a way. They will show up at your door. This has happened to me, okay? They will show up at your door if you block them on everything with flowers and all the things. They will get in touch with other people that know you. They will find a way somehow to be in your vicinity. They'll find out what gym you go to and show up there. I'm telling you, I've experienced this, okay? They will find a way. Once you have 100% became the identity that gives zero F's about them, that's when it happens.
Yep,
Because you can't sit there and want something you already have. So if you already had the apology, right?
yep,
And like you and like you just said, like as soon as it came, you were kind of indifferent to it. Sure, you were mad,
yeah,
like, excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah,
And what you were mad at was not him,
yeah,
because he is just a reflection of your old identity. What you were mad at is that your old identity was showing back up.
yep,
Like, no, no, girl, I got rid of you.
yeah.
Like, go off
I
into the
rebuke.
dusty reality.
I rebuke you.
Go back into the dusty reality.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
You've been ejected to the other reality that I am no longer aware of. And that's what it was. It
yeah.
wasn't him.
No, no.
It was not him. It's
Mm-mm,
that you felt like you were reverting back to the old self. And that's okay. It's valid. It's valid to feel that. And this is what I tell people: you are not angry at your ex, you're angry at yourself. In
Hmm.
some way, somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, in my opinion, a lot of why people will try to get a person back who was terrible. And for me, it was not because of I wanted him.
Mhm.
I wanted I wanted the satisfaction that my effort meant something. You know, that's what I wanted. I wanted to feel validated. I wanted the apology. I wanted to be told what I wanted to hear from someone else. And that that is not going to happen. You have to give it to you.
100%. I tell people all the time, like, whether I'm in a relationship or not, I take myself on dates. My son has no idea where I go. I just like, I'm going out, I'll be back. So nowadays, like, okay, cool. Text me your location if you need a ride.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he knows. He doesn't care. Like, literally, I will take myself to places, and I've done this when I was single. I did it when I was in a relationship. It did not matter. I've taken myself on the cutesy dates. I literally went and did putt putt. I suck at putt putt, but I freaking did it because I was like, oh, this would be cute to do with someone else. So I went and did it. And guess what happened? I was there by myself and ended up with like a group of 10 people around me because I'm over there being silly and goofy and like going to hit it and like missing and going, right? And just being my animated self and
yeah,
giving zero F's what anybody thinks around me to where everyone wanted to be around me. When
yeah.
you are experiencing your joy, everyone wants to be around you. Kind of like you said, like all the people from your past.
Yes, that I'm feeling like Jack Sparrow. Oh, yeah.
Like, shoo,
Yeah,
shoo.
yeah, yeah. Take a number.
The queen is busy.
Yes.
You are no longer
Yeah.
invited to the royal courts, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and it's so funny because people tell me this. They're like, everybody from my past came back, exes, like people that I just talked to once. I'm like, yeah, that happens. And all of those people are a representation of identities that you are no longer. They are your old identities being sneaky, sneaky and trying to pull you back, like, oh, give me attention, give me attention. You remember when you were the person that would go and drive and pick up this guy to go on a date? You remember when you were doing that? Let's be that again. And the moment you deny all those things, like if you get a text from a Dusty and you just go delete, put it down, not bothered, go about your day, completely unbothered, guess what? That's when you know you shifted and when you are no longer that identity. There's no fragments of that identity in your awareness. It'll still exist somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like now I'm at a point in my life where I have an adult son, right? I don't date men with kids. And some people have a problem with that. Like, I don't care. If they have a teenager and an adult, that's different. I'm talking about little babies, right? And I'm like, I like kids, but it's OPCs, other people's children. I can spoil them for a little bit and then send them off with their parents, right? So you have to treat your old identity that way. Other people's reality, right? OPRs, oh, other people's reality. You're like, oh, that's cute. Bye now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like I tell people all the time. If you went up to Jeff Bezos and told him he is poor, he has no money, he would look at you like you're insane.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the identity he is now. So what are you talking about? Are you off? Are you insane? Or do you need some help?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you talk to Jeff Bezos in 1993, 1995, he'd be like, yeah, you're kind of right. I think he was in millions of dollars of debt, right? Trying to get Amazon going. So it's the contrast, right? Of the reality. And both of those versions of him are right now. That's why I say that. It doesn't matter. It's all right now. And so the biggest shift, in your opinion, was the SP. But as an outsider, I'm going to tell you, no, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
The like like that's not even the cherry on top. You know those little like cracker crumbs they put on top? It's just one of those
Yeah.
of everything that you have become and everything that you have brought in. I would say the biggest one is you getting your life back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You getting your life back, getting your health back. And it doesn't matter if you're still taking medication. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? I still go and lift weights. Even if I could sit here and just know that I have this muscle cell in my body, I still do it. Right? Does it mean that if I don't do it, my muscle's going to go away? No, but I still do it. If you stopped your medications right away, are you going to revert? No, but you still like to take the medications, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Right? So it doesn't matter. But the biggest thing that I saw was literally your whole life changed around.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the SP, it was more of what it represented to me that I just, and I cringe, that I entertained him and all these things, but like you said, getting my life back and having fulfilling friendships and enjoying the moment, that has been just completely priceless.
And I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm just letting you know because this is already streamed live on YouTube, right? That's going to go on there, but not everybody goes to my live tab and looks at that. So I'm going to clip up some of this and post it to help people. And I know there's a lot of people, like we mentioned before, that were just like you when you first found me, right? So if you could go back and talk to yourself when you first found my channel, right? Talk back to that version of you, the version of you that was drowning in fear, anxiety, and self doubt. What would you tell her now?
I would tell her that you deserve what you want, that these beliefs and these assumptions you have, these are not your story. You create your own story, and that you deserve it. You deserve what you want, you know, because in my case, I was chained by I should be doing this. I should want this. No, these desires, I deserve them. Point blank.
And I know there's someone watching that, again, was where you were, right? And they're like, yeah, but I don't feel like I deserve them. So how can I feel like I deserve them?
That hasn't worked. This the pattern I was in That didn't work. It never worked. What do you have to lose? You've already, in my case, I she already suffered horrible things. What's the worst this could do? That hasn't worked. Try something else.
So would you say that you burned the boats, as I
Yeah,
like to call it, in Tony Robbins and everyone else, right? That
yeah,
you were like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of living this way. I'm just going to go all in, and whatever happens, happens.
yeah, yeah. I had to reach that point. I had to reach the I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I am sick of this pattern. Sick of myself. You know, burn it, burn the boats.
I tell people all the time, put yourself outside of yourself and listen to yourself at a third party level, right? About how much you complain and how much you say you're not good enough and how much this and how much that. Would you tolerate someone like that in your life? Right? You absolutely would not. You absolutely would not. And, people say, oh, well, that's not having empathy. Everyone is you. So it's just realizing that. That's all it is. You would not want to tolerate yourself when you're being that way.
No, and you know, and I would say uh, is I've touched on it is to stop making this a ritual. Stop making this a job. Stop. And again, this isn't, I'm not hating on affirmations, but when I was sitting in my bedroom for hours doing affirmation after affirmations, begging, that didn't work. When I started living my life, I'm doing my everyday tasks and I'm being that person I want to be. I'm thinking like the person I want to be. That's that's how you start shifting. That's how you start making these changes. Move with it.
Move.
Yes, move.
Um, it's funny because you say that, like the chanting and all these different things. And I'm being funny. Okay. Crystals, right? How many people sit here with these crystals and they're like, oh, it needs to go on the third eye. And it needs to go on the third jaw. And it needs to go right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and they're sitting here like looking at these pretty rocks. These are gifts, by the way. People give me these things and I just keep them just because it's funny. But
Mhm.
these are rocks. These are pretty rocks. They're pretty,
Yeah.
yes, and I guess it's falling apart. I guess I hit it too hard. Whatever. Um, oh no, I hit it too hard. It's no longer not gonna have its spiritual charge. Oh, I'm not going to get my thing.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh my
they will
goodness.
sit here like, okay, rose quartz, right? They will sit here like, my person loves me. My SP loves me. My SP loves me. Right? Over and over all day long. And what are they doing?
It's talking to
And
a
they're
rock.
sitting, it's a rock. And and they sit there and they watch. And I've been there. This is why I'm laughing, because I'm laughing at myself,
Yeah.
right? Sit there and watch hours of YouTube videos. Some, me too, right? Me too. I'm a victim of myself. Paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for tarot readings, Reiki healings, psychics, twin flame this, twin flame that, coaching, all the things. And where does it get you? This is why I tell people, do not book with me unless you're ready, because I'm going to give you a reality check and I'm going to tell you the thing that's going to shift you, which is, spoiler alert, identity. And most
Yeah.
are not ready for it. They want, I've had people come to me and they're like, can you manifest for me? I'm like, you booked the wrong coach. Where in my content do I say that?
None.
You booked the wrong coach. Um, or they'll ask me for a tarot reading. Yeah, I have old tarot videos. I literally say on them, I no longer do this and why. Right? Like I
Yeah.
don't have them public. I had them unlisted, but they're still on a playlist because I don't hide anything. Right? I don't hide anything. Yeah, they'll come to me asking for a tarot reading. I'm like, are you serious right now? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no. Let's see. What's the first card that comes out here? Oh no, it's the Three of Swords. You're doomed. You just gave your power away to a piece of paper
Yeah.
because of a translation, right?
Yeah.
Because of a translation. And it's just you. If you think you're doomed, guess what? That's going to reflect. That's for somebody that's watching me because that's all that happens. Whenever I pull cards, people are like, oh, I was just thinking about that. Well, no crap.
Yeah.
Right. But I know we was just sitting here talking. It's been like an hour and a half. I didn't even realize. Whatever. Um, and it doesn't matter to me. I didn't have anything going on tonight other than like getting the video up, which I already did. Um, so what would you say to someone watching tonight who's still trying to do techniques instead of embodying identity that they want?
That's the wrong order. That's what I've learned the hard way is when you embody, the affirmations come. When you embody, the visualizations happen. Or the scripting, you have the identity is first. Anything else, anything else before then is begging. And the mirror example you give with
Mm-hmm.
putting the lipstick on the mirror, that's what techniques first do.
Right.
And, for me, I'm a very analytical minded person. And if I'm doing a technique, if I'm scripting because I like to write, if I'm scripting and I haven't done identity work, I'm just writing words.
Yeah.
When I embody and then just because I like it, script, I'm scripting from the new identity.
Right. And I know I have a cat hair in my eye. This happens sometimes.
I
And then it's
understand.
like hard to get out of my eye and it's driving me nuts. Or it's either that or it's an eyelash. And I actually have long eyelashes. Like when you guys see my eyelashes on when it's like a closer camera and stuff, those are mine.
Um,
But yeah, it's 100% what you just said. Like when you're trying to do the technique, that's trying to change the mirror image instead of yourself. That's like saying, oh, I'm wearing a black shirt right now that, I'm going to do it because it's funny. Hold on. That has Whitney Houston on it because she's amazing. Right. But no, and I don't want Whitney Houston anymore. I want Prince or I want Michael Jackson. Then go change the freaking t-shirt.
yep.
Right?
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, what are you wearing? Like random t-shirts? Mind your business. God, can I not be comfortable?
Yep.
And but, uh, but it's exactly what you just said. Like, yeah, like affirmations is like, oh, look, hold on. SP loves me now.
Yeah,
SP, SP,
yeah,
I'm a millionaire.
yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of seeing yourself as that now.
yeah.
The
And
moment you see yourself that way, everything else is like you said, it's identity first, reality second.
yep,
Because you were talking about um earlier that things in your reality just shifted, and you mentioned like before, like you weren't getting your nails done because of the money. Yeah, like some of these sets were what, like $150. I don't know, I haven't gotten my nails done in a long time.
yeah, easy.
um just because I don't care to sit there for an hour or two or however long it takes. I don't care. um and plus I just grow my natural nails out and I just do it myself. But regardless, if you like doing that, cool, right? The money doesn't matter. Because if you were abundant, whether it's $30 or $200, doesn't matter. So, with that being said, are you now in a mindset and in a reality where it doesn't matter? You could go do it now.
Yeah, yeah. And something that I noticed that would be a hurdle for me in that kind of in that problem area is I would negotiate with the mirror with the 3D. Don't that's fear. That's fear. If you start negotiating with the 3D of, well, okay, well, maybe I'll do this. Oh, well, is that maybe this is unreasonable? Um, how is this going to happen? Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. That's fear, the circumstance. That's a very sneaky way that can come out instead of being be the one who's abundant, being the one that's normal.
Right. So, you've already manifested these amazing things, right? Amazing things. Things that you originally thought were impossible. So, what's your next reality? Who are you becoming now?
It's interesting because, like you said, just it's all happening now. My its current desire is, you know, the romantic love and um, little to no symptoms of PCOS, um, and just more abundance. And the person I'm becoming is where that's my reality, and therefore it is right now.
With the PCOS, like I've healed crazy things. Um the one thing I can say is hear your doctor say this has never happened before. You no longer have PCOS. Because you already know that's impossible to cure, correct?
Hmm.
Impossible.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you heard that, that would be like a miracle. And you'd be in
yeah,
like history books. I'm in medical history books for not for the things that I've mentioned on my channel, but for different things that I dealt with when I was a kid.
yeah,
Because they said it is not possible for this. Again,
yeah,
I
and
reversed engineered. I thought about what I did when I was a kid, right?
yeah, yeah. And and when I started consciously shifting to that identity, symptoms started lessening immediately.
Yeah.
Um, it's only when I would get caught up in the details and the fear when it would go back. Had to drop that. Drop the impossible because that's not true. That's not true. Who says it's impossible? Like when you peel back the layers, that's just limiting. That's limiting. That's not true.
At one time in human history, people would have told you that you were insane if you told them that you could talk, you're in the US and you could call somebody in Japan on a device like this and video call them and see them, right? They would call that impossible. There was once a time where no one ever thought that they'd be able to fly on a plane. A plane didn't even exist. What do you mean humans can fly in the air? We're not birds. You're insane. The Wright brothers said, oh, hold on, hold my beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally everything in your reality right now was once impossible. Human life, for example, they still don't know how life even started on this planet. They have theories, sure, but they don't know for sure. That in itself is impossible and a miracle, right?
Yeah.
They don't understand how we have consciousness inside this body. They just
Yeah.
know it's there. So with that condition, what condition? What do you mean? You've never had PCOS. What are you talking about?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Never. Ever, ever. You've always been healthy. Everything's been perfect. I'm literally proof of that. I could go into the doctor right now, run my blood tests, and biologically I'm 26. I am not physically 26. My all my blood work is perfect. I have no high blood pressure, and in my 20s I had high blood pressure to the point where they were trying to make me take medications. I had high cholesterol, chronic high cholesterol, right? My biological mother passed from multiple heart attacks. So did my half sister. That was supposed to be me. My sister passed at 28 years old. I'm 11 years older than that. So it's like, and again, based on genetics, I should have all these things that my biological family has, but I don't. So it doesn't matter what the doctor says. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Just know it as your identity that you don't have this thing. Your body
Yeah.
is perfect. Your hormones are perfect. Your ovaries are perfect. Right?
Yeah.
Literally, my cancer is not on my medical records because they thought that they made a mistake. They did not make a mistake. Is that it's gone. And
Yeah.
then at first they told me, oh, you're in remission. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's cured.
It's done. Have I had scares since? Yes. I've had abnormal biopsies because I get a biopsy every year. But then I go back to, it's just a false alarm. And every single time it's a false alarm. When I get the negative result, guess what? Because I'm slipping back into old identity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that can happen. And that's what I want to brace you for. Is that old identity will try everything to get you to put your attention on it.
Yeah.
But what is it? Stop, select, self.
Yeah. Yeah. And when that happens, you, I've learned to don't panic. I've stopped panicking and I just, I feel my feelings, stop, select self. Feel the feelings, stop, select self.
You'll get to a point where you laugh. I laugh at my reality. I think it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And that helps because it makes embodying easier, in my opinion,
Mhm.
when it's humorous. Um, for example, with body changes I've made, physically, it started as a joke. I started it as a joke of, I'm so skinny that when it's too windy, I'm scared. I'm gonna blow away. You know, and oh, I gotta be careful. I may slip through the cracks of the sidewalk because I'm so skinny.
Don't
But
turn sideways. We won't see you anymore.
right, but that be like little children, that humor and laughing at it, that really does help. It really helps.
Yeah, and here's the thing is like I talk about like my cancer story because I was only like 19, 20. This was 21 years ago almost. And I didn't know about all this then. I was just doing what I felt compelled to do. And while I was healing my cancer, I was living life. I was watching comedy shows. I was playing with my newborn son and laughing at the little noises that he made. I was living life. I was chopping wood, carrying water. And this is why I tell people you can't focus on the thing because it's just like if you get in a car with a race car driver, they're going to tell you when you are on the track, if you are about to hit the wall, don't look at the wall. Because if you look at the wall, you're going to hit the wall. You want to look into the direction you want to go, which is away from the wall. So why are you looking at the wall? If you're saying, uh, my migraines, for example, oh, I have these migraines. Why are you looking at the wall? Why are you doing
Yeah,
that? No, you don't. You don't have migraines. What are you talking about?
yeah, yeah. And I learned, get up and move. Get up and move. Get away from it if you can. Um, like don't make that a ritual. This is a life. Live your life. Keep going.
Yeah. And I know there are people watching on YouTube. So if anyone is on YouTube and you have any questions for me or for Morgs, you can type it in the chat. I do see the chat, guys. I've just been over here just having fun. See? This is what you do. Like you guys think that when you book with me, I'm so serious. No. Ask anyone that has had one-on-one coaching with me. I am hardly ever serious. You see, we're being serious and then we joke. We're being serious and then we joke. I can jump back and forth.
Yeah,
Like I am not the serious coach at all. I've had clients ball crying on the phone with me, and then the next thing you know, they're laughing at me because I'm a goofy goober.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'm going to make them laugh
Yeah.
so that I can actually coach them. But does anybody have any questions on YouTube? Because I know there's people watching on YouTube for me or for Morgs. And Morgs, did you have any questions for me?
No, I've just been having a good
Right?
time.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
so funny because a lot of people bring up the collab that I did with Olivia, and it's a really long like live, and they're like that's one of the longest lives she's ever done, and it's because we lost track of time.
Yeah.
And it's like because we're just having fun.
Yeah.
We had no structure to it either. There was none. No structure. I didn't even structure questions like I did with this.
Yeah.
Nothing. And the only reason I structured questions because you asked me to. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. I'd been like, all right, whatever. And see, like, speak of the devil. My son just texted me like that he's working late. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like everything always works out.
Yeah.
Because he would be home by now. And he knows that I'm on here. That's what I text him and let him know, like, hey, I'm on live stream. He's like, okay, cool. But then he texts me and he's like, oh, I'm working late today. What I'm saying, like, everything always works out exactly as it should. It's kind of like I've had clients that told me that, like, they were in situations like me where they were about to lose everything. They're about to be homeless. I'm like, why are you looking at the wall? I literally had 7 days to find a place before. 7 days. And one landed on my lap in 3 days.
Yeah.
Alchemistic, does your son understand and practice this stuff? He used to, but now he just lives his life. Like he used to do visualizations and stuff because he's not like me. He can visualize. Um, but now he does whatever. And it's interesting because like he's 20 years old, has his own car is paid off. Okay. And this is all from him. It's not from me. He did this, not me. Okay. Did I help him in getting the financing at first? Yeah. Because he was a first time car buyer. Of course I did. He paid the down payment. He's paid it off. He's now a supervisor at his work at 20 years old. Do you think he sits there and thinks about that? No. He just knows. And that's it. Those were some of my best manifestations, finding apartments in ideal areas on budget quickly. But those really were set it and forget it. Everything is set it and forget it. Everything. Manifest with me 1111. Yeah, let's manifest together, girl. I'm assuming. Sorry. You got a male emoji, so girl, guy, whatever. I say girl to everybody, okay? Um if you have a question, just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Y'all, I'm goofy. Like, and y'all think this is just on here. No. This is real life. Manifest with me. I'm going through a situation right now where you're what? I'm sorry, I'm allergic to that term. Where you're what? Where you're what? I'm no longer reading that. We love the silliness. Yeah, it's all the time. All the time is it's silly and goofy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if I was to ever drink, which I don't know if I would get like banned from YouTubers, but I don't drink often. But if I was to drink and get tipsy, you guys would think I'm exactly the same, except I start slurring my words. I get super goofy, but people think it's the alcohol. No, it's me, just amplified.
Yeah.
Manifest with me. Family was involved. Police also. Okay. What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. Have you been watching what me and Morgs have been talking about this entire time? Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Are you eating the make me grow, the make me big? Or are you drinking the make me shrink? As the caterpillar asked Alice, who are you? I'm telling you guys, literally, it's in everything. Manifestation is in everything. Your entire reality is trying to tell you the things that come out of my mouth. Okay? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Out of the mouth hole.
Yeah.
Like, have you been watching me? I got here late, but that's a great Alice in Wonderland reference. I have a whole video. I have a whole video on my channel about how Alice in Wonderland explains the manifestation journey. An entire video breakdown. And I worked hard on that video, guys. Like, I did editing, I made pictures, I did special effects, but those don't get views, so then I stopped doing them. But literally, I have a whole video on it. It's been what? Time doesn't exist. It's been what? You've tried everything except doing what we've been talking about this entire time. Who are you being? Who are you being right now typing all this out? Who are you being? Do you have my self-concept guide? If not, go get it. Because I understand if you're in a situation where you can't afford anything, that's okay. I have free sources for a reason. I have free sources for a reason. I have a free self-concept guide. I have a school community where everybody can support you. It's free for 7 days if you can't afford it. You know, you could try it for 7 days. Use the sources for 7 days at least. Because really, that's all you need. You can make a major shift in 7 days. And if you like it, and after you've made the shift, you got the money, cool. You stay. Great. Not, that's okay. Right. Like, who are you being? Goddess is sitting here telling you. Your name is manifest with me, but are you manifesting with yourself or are you giving your power away? Because right now you're telling me you've done everything and you're telling me this major situation. And there's a reason why I'm not reading it. Because why do you want me to reinforce it? Why do you want me to read a reality you don't want to experience? When I was homeless, no one knew I was homeless. I'm just letting you know. When I've been homeless, no one knew I was homeless. No one knew. I was literally like sleeping wherever I could sleep, going restaurant to restaurant, offering to cook or clean for a plate of food. No one knew. That was before my son was thought of, by the way. So my son gave me a reason to not ever live that way again, to not ever be in that identity. And so I haven't since. Find your why. Okay. You have to believe you have the power to choose. Exactly. Manifest with me. You need to watch my content, girl. Go get my self concept guide, like I said. Watch my content. I explain everything, but I'm not going to reinforce and sit here and read a situation you don't want anymore. Why would I do that? You typed out in the chat a reality you don't want anymore. Am I correct, or do you still want to experience that? There's no judgment. There's absolutely no judgment. It's your first time seeing my channel? Well, welcome. You should watch this live from the beginning once it's posted. Because I was sitting here interviewing Morgs. She is a member over on my school community, and she's made some major shifts. And we talked about this in depth during this for like 2 hours. I also have lots of content on my channel to help you. So I understand you have a lot of things on your plate right now, and it probably feels like you're holding different sticks with a bunch of plates spinning on them, right? And you're trying to balance them all, right? But all you need to do is focus on this, on you, on your identity, on who you say you are. Because if you keep reinforcing this reality that you sat here and typed out for me, that's why I didn't read it. That's why I said, what are you talking about? Right? That is going to be your experience because that's what you're aware of. You ever notice that when you buy a certain car, you've never seen that car before, maybe you've never seen it in that color before, and all of a sudden you start seeing it everywhere. Yep, exactly what God has said. Where attention goes, energy flows. Is it in the description? Is what in the description? Is what in the description? But this is why I no longer, if you're not in a one-on-one coaching session with me, I'm no longer going to read your situation, because I will not reinforce a reality you don't want to experience. And here's the great thing about that. I am just you pushed out. Everything is you pushed out. So if I'm refusing to do that, somewhere inside of you no longer wants this experience. If I'm refusing to do that, somewhere inside of you says, I don't want this anymore. And you're choosing differently, which is great. That's amazing. Goddess, the replay will go live because it's streamed on YouTube. I don't have to post anything. This is why I'm doing it this way, because when I was doing it before, where we were doing the live coaching within Zoom, and then I have to download it, I have to upload it on school, then I have to edit it and put it on YouTube. It's just too much for me with everything else that I have going on. So from now on, the live, like public facing live streams I'm doing, I'm just going to do straight through this, where it's automatically streamed to YouTube. And then I'm trying to get everything done with the intensive. And once I do, I'm going to add tiers into the Alchemists. Okay. The first tier, we're going to have these like public lives and hot seat coaching. And then the second tier will have private hot seat coaching, where only those on that tier will get those replays and have access to that live seat. That's for the people that want coaching, but they don't want it posted publicly. Right? Y'all have been asking me for that, so I will do it.
These shifts I've made also have been within a month and a half. I forgot to add that.
So you found me a month and a half ago?
I found you around 2 months ago, and from doing the self-concept guide and these shifts, it's been a month and a half. And I've read the self-concept guide more than once. You know, do it as much as you need to do it.
I redesigned it a little bit. So the new one, that people that download it now get the new one, but the words are the same. I just redid the branding on it. That's it. The colors and stuff. It's the same material stuff, guys. Because when I wrote that, I meant it to be like timeless. I meant it to be evergreen. I meant it to be the only thing that most people need. And I literally said, this is going to shift thousands of people. And it's been downloaded over 2,000 times. I don't always hear back from people, but that doesn't matter. And here's the thing, here's the wild thing. Sometimes people will book coaching with me and they've downloaded the guide, because I can see that, like if they use the same email, right? They book coaching with me. I'm like, oh, you got the guide. When did you read it? Have you implemented stuff like that? They're like, oh, I forgot about it. You literally have a free source here. And you're like, no, I'm just going to book with you. I mean, that's cool. I'll still coach you. But like, you were literally given a bottle of water, right? And you are thirsty out on the desert for days. And you're like, I'm going to just come to you. That doesn't make sense to me. But you
I
guys
just
will
keep thinking of
100%.
Jessica.
I have clients like that.
I just think
Some of them
of
got offended, but I mean, it's true. I've been that too.
Jessica.
Like, oh my God, like I just touched my crystal under the moonlight for like 3 moon cycles. It's so charged. I like put it in my bra, and it also like works as a push-up.
I can't even listen to this song the same because I hear the new lyrics you did.
I have the lyrics somewhere. It's so fucking hilarious. Do you know how many times I had to record that without busting out laughing? And that's me at karaoke. I will do some crazy shit.
And you're not Rose from the Titanic. You can let go now. That part killed me.
Those videos were fun, but they take a lot of editing. Okay, I'm sitting here like not paying attention to the chat. All right. I think the hardest thing for people to get is that they really can shift that quickly by slowing down and choosing what new identity and standing firm in your choice, regardless of what the 3D shows. Girl!
Yep.
Also, some categories seem harder than others just by conditioning. And this is why I have the video about like $55 million to Jeff Bezos is the equivalent of the average person spending $15. Is $15 a lot to you? He's a kitty cat. And they can't see you, Morgs, unless you talk.
Sammy. This is my
Manifest with me. It just clicked for me. I believe what you said. I'm happy you didn't read my post. There is a part of me that no longer wants to hold on to that story. And here's what's great, manifest with me, is I think when I live stream from Zoom, because I didn't automatically like change the settings in the live stream on YouTube, it doesn't record the live chat. So because I didn't emphasize it, only the people that are here live read it. No one else will be able to read it. So that no longer exists, okay, girl? We are done looking at that. Okay, we are not going to look at the wall. We're not going to hit the wall. Here's another way that psychologically this is proven, okay, about awareness. Is if you look around your room right now, and I want you to focus on everything that is red. I want you to number them, count them, look at their shapes, look at how many there are, everything, right? Do that for about 5 minutes. And then after you're done with that, I want you to close your eyes. Wait about a minute, and then tell me everything that in your room that was blue. You can't, because you were too focused on what was red. Goddess, I actually believe your confidence and knowing comes through as a transmission, kinda. Not every YouTuber has that effect. I am you. So if you assume that I'm getting the messages from above, I'm getting them. They're coming in. This is why my voice changed. I'm getting them. Then that will be your reality. But if you know that I am just you pushed out, and the reason why it seems like a transmission is because I am just you speaking the things out of my mouth to you as you, then it's not a transmission, it's just you. Hold on. Hold on. I need to put this to get the transmission. You to get the transmission. Yeah. Girl. What gear am I in? Am I in second gear or fourth gear? What gear is my transmission in? Hold on. Morgs is losing her shit over here. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is me nonstop. People think this is an act. No, it's not. It's my personality. Like, probably like 6 of them at once. Mind your business. Goddess. No, I just feel like you actually know what you're saying. I don't feel that from other coaches. It feels like they memorize something and are only speaking intellectually. I have 1 or 2 others I like, but I've stopped watching content so much. Well, that's a good thing. I always recommend, like, pick 1 to 2 coaches. Pick 1 to 2 coaches and focus on them. And I don't care if that means it's not me. I don't care. I don't. Like, I've literally had clients book with me and they're like, "Oh, this other coach was better for me." I'm like, "Okay. I'm glad that you found the coach that works for you." They think I'm going to be offended. I'm not. Like, I am 100% not. One coach is not going to work for everyone. Literally, I'm neurodivergent. I say this not because, oh, I'm special. I'm special. And I'm the chosen one. And, you know, I have the crystal. So I can channel, and I can get the channelings from your SP. Your SP says, "Stop doing affirmations for me." Okay? Like, my way is not going to work for some people because they're going to get offended of what I just said. Okay? My way is not going to work for everyone. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm neurodivergent because, like, oh, that makes me so much better or anything like that. No, it's that my brain literally works differently than most people's. So I'm able to see things front ways, sideways, backwards, forwards, all different angles at once. think of my mind like what is that character that can see like multiple outcomes and stuff like that? It's Doctor Who,
Doctor
right?
Strange.
Doctor Strange. There we go. See, I don't even know. I don't know the words that are coming out of my mouth sometimes. Um, I can see like so many possibilities at once, and all of them exist. Okay. There's nothing wrong with a coach that is a certain way that is different from me. That means that they are meant for those people that resonate with them. I am for the odd ducks. Okay. I'm for the people that are like me. I'm for the people that understand what I'm saying and it clicks. That's why when people try to compare me to a coach, I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad that you found who works for you. I'm never offended. Ever. It's like I don't understand why you're still here if someone else works better for you. I wouldn't care if the coach that is teaching you to put the letter under your pillow and to drink moon water every day, if that works for you, great, go do that.
The
You
blood
know,
spell.
huh?
The blood spell.
The blood spell. I got my moon water right here. I don't think it's been under the moon, but it's fine. It's moon water now. Illyrian, everything everywhere all at once reminds me of that movie. Yeah, exactly. Manifest with me. I love this community already. Wow, how did I just now find this? Because you became the identity that I can show up in your awareness. Hi.
We have a good time. We have a good time.
Well, welcome to the chaos. Okay. Welcome to where I do random stuff and make fun of it to make you laugh, and I don't care how that makes me look. Look, I'm now the Queen of Wands. We're gonna leave that there. I'm now the Queen of Wands. People are gonna come on my channel like, why does she have a tarot card on her head? I'm now the Queen of Wands. I like all of the wands. I like big ones. I like little ones. I like skinny ones. I like fat ones. I like pink ones. I like purple ones. This is literally nonstop, guys. You can ask people that are in the Alchemist, like, this is nonstop. Like, you think this is just YouTube? No. I post randomness on there sometimes. I try to behave, but, you know, I never learned what behave means. Maybe it's Spanish or Italian or something. I don't know. What is behave? But literally, people are going to come on my live stream like, why does she have a tarot card on her head? Because I am now the Queen of Wands. I am embodying. Look, it's embodiment. We have the Queen of Wands there. We put the crystal right here. I need a string to like tie it to my head and like tie it right here. Maybe if I got another one, I could have horns. So I'm saying, guys, like, I do not take this seriously at all, and neither should you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, my biggest manifestations happen when I'm doing this. Crystal Queen of Wands. And what's hilarious is that I randomly picked a card out, right? And put it on my head. I literally had tarot card readers call me the Queen of Wands and they asked me if I'm a fire sign. I'm like, fuck if I know. I don't even know when I was born, guys, okay? Like, we can go by what's on my birth certificate if you'd like, but I don't know if it's accurate. So, this is why if you guys ask me my zodiac sign, I can literally say anything and it'll be true for you because you'll make it up in your mind and see the traits of that. I could sit here and say,
we have a new character, the Queen of Wands in the mask, Jessica. Are you being Jessica or the Queen of Wands right now?
Jessica and the Queen of Wands.
Yeah.
Manifest with me. I gotta go through your channel and watch your content. Girl.
Yeah.
What if you want comic relief? Go watch the videos with Bonita. That's some randomness I just came up with. Like literally the day before I decided to set that up and start recording the pieces of it. I was like, it would be funny to have a skeleton and do this. And I ordered it on Amazon Prime, like, and it came within the next day, even though it said it was going to take 3 or 4 days. I was like, no, it's not. It's coming tomorrow. I'm recording tomorrow. So it did. Like, you guys thought that I planned that crap out. It took, like, I thought of it. I ordered the skeleton and I recorded the next day. Bonita's in a box over there. I need to, like, I think my son said that someone's going to buy it. I was like, whatever. I don't care. Get the money and put it in your gas tank. Whatever. Or you can just give it to him. I don't care. Because it served its purpose. I don't need it now. But yeah, if you want comic relief, what is that video? Because I know I have a few videos with Bonita.
It was giving context.
Yeah. Let me see. Uno momento. A poquito español al gringa español. The Spanish speakers will laugh, so it's fine. Why did I go to my shorts? That's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, it's why your context rant is actually blocking. Hold on. I need to see the full thing. Blocking your manifestation. Watch that one first. Watch it has a skeleton on the thumbnail that has a wig on and she looks like me. I ordered the wig too that day. My cat finds it funny. Hold on. I'm gonna go get the wig. Hold on. It's just fucking hilarious. Hold on. Because y'all think I'm playing, like, it's the same color as my hair.
Yeah.
This is the wig. It's the same color as my hair. And I had people tell me it's not the same color. Yeah, it is. It's right next to my head right now. I could put this on and you guys would think that my hair grew like extra freaking long. Like overnight. Like it's the same exact color as my hair. It's just that it's different lighting. It's kind of like sometimes my hair looks more yellow, sometimes it doesn't. Like in real life, it's not yellow. It's more of a neutral color. Like my undertone to my skin is neutral. It's not, was that cool or warm? It's neutral. My voice might be echoey because Morgs is on here as well. And she's got kitty cat. They can't see you. Don't you wish your girlfriend could shift like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend could? I forgot the rest of it. See, I have it written down. I know
I'll
that
find
part.
myself singing that in my mouth.
Huh.
I'll find myself singing it.
Don't you wish your girlfriend could shift like me? Don't you wish you checked your chart like me? I was all types of craziness.
In the Titanic music. Please, hold on, please. Still has not manifested my empty.
And see, I do that type of content just because it's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't care who watched it. I didn't care anything else. It was just fun. Elena says that you are so pretty, Morgs.
Thank you.
She was just on here earlier. So Elena, whenever this posts, like after I'm done with the live stream and after I'm done being chaos, it'll post. And you can rewind this chaos of a live stream and watch it. But yeah, this is normal. This is me. This is my normal.
The definition of ADHD with our pictures.
What?
We are both the definition of ADHD and then coming together.
Oh, I have a bestie that lives in Florida and she's just ADHD, right? Like when we get together, there's no plan, and then all of a sudden there's all these side quests. And it's amazing when we don't get arrested.
Because, you know, going from serious to silly, that's just normal to me. I don't notice it until I'm around other people. It's like, wait, you're not like this.
Yeah, it's like I can be serious if you need me to, but it'll last like 2 minutes. And it'll be like, okay, seriousness for like 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody on YouTube have any questions for me or for Morgs? We've been over here like doing all types of chaos. And I didn't even ask. Manifest With Me has homework. She has to download my self-concept guide, and she needs to do it. Not just download it, do it. Do it now. You can do the job. Okay? And again, you guys think that this is just because I'm in my home. No, this is out in public too. My son is used to it. Whenever people stare, he's like, she forgot her medication today. Because he's the opposite of me. He's super calm and chill. I'm not. He like I've been in the middle of restaurants with him and just randomly sing if there's a song that comes on that I like, and people will just stare, and he's just sitting there just eating his food like it's nothing. Like this is normal. That's my mom. Save me. It's so funny too, because where he works, it has a reputation of chaos. And people are like, how do you deal with working there? They're like, have you met my mom?
Yeah, that's how me and my mom are opposites in that way. I'm very type A, very organized. She is the furthest from that.
And start seeing her like chaos like me and watch it happen. Elena, I dance and sing and burst out laughing loud AF in stores. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care either. And here's the thing, because I don't care, people join in with me. Yeah, there's the people that look at me like I'm crazy, and that's okay. I will be crazy in their reality. But then there's the people that will join me. And we have a good time. And then the negative Nancy's that want to be sourpusses go on somewhere. Or they take out their phones and record me and post it. I don't even know. So if you see a random blonde lady in the middle of like, I don't know, CVS being chaotic, that's me. It's okay. Sitting there singing the Tylenol bottles. I'm curious now because last time I randomly pulled a card, it was Queen of Wands. Can I get another queen? Would that be hilarious? Let's see. That's funny though. We got the King of Pentacles. I said queen, but we got a king. So I got all the monies.
Oh,
Okay. I got all the monies. I'm now the King of Pentacles energy, apparently. Okay. This is what we're embodying. Hold on. We need the crystals. Can it go in here? No, it won't go in there. I need to get some clips and like hot glue these to the clips and put them in my hair. And I have other crystals too. These are just the ones that were near me, but people gift them to me. And it's kind of like, guys, I make fun of myself, okay? Like it's totally cool. But like, ooh, it's yes. It's yes or no. Hold on. No, this is yes. Look, it's in the circle. It means yes. It means yes. Hold on. This means no. You realize that when you're holding this, it's going to do what you think it's going to do.
I didn't even know that's a thing.
This is a pinnacle. Sorry. Yeah. Pendulum. This is a pendulum.
What did they do?
So they think of a question and they're supposed to like hold it still. And then whatever direction it goes in is yes or no. If it goes back and forth like this, it's no. If it goes in a circle, it's yes.
Oh my.
But guess what? It's going to do what you think it's going to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, people are going to come on my channel. They're like, why does this weird lady have a tarot card on her head? I'm the King of Pentacles, okay?
Yeah. And you need the skull hair clips to keep it in place.
Yeah. I should have grabbed, when I got up to get the wig, I should have grabbed the skull out of the box and just had it sitting beside me. People would come on here like, what the heck is this?
Like that that gif of that guy holding the pizza boxes and the apartment, there's flames, chaos going on. He's like, what did I just walk into?
Hi. My name is Jeff. I'm the King of Pentacles. And people think I wouldn't do this. Like, I wouldn't go out the house like this. I totally would.
Yeah.
My neighbors already know that I'm nuts. And I'm the only white person in my neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they're all different ethnicities, but I'm the whitest person here. I'm the token crazy white woman of the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember the character's name from Scary Movie. The blonde lady. That's what I would be about.
So, because I'm wearing this on my head, I'm now the King of Pentacles, and like $3,000 is going to enter my account in like the next hour because of it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And it's only
Like,
because of the card.
like because I put this on my head, and like it's charged, and like I have my moon water. Like, I have the like manifestation starter pack. So like I think people on YouTube are scared.
They're just entertained. That's why they can't ask any questions.
They're probably over there like laughing. That's fine. I don't care. I've almost been on here for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
In 20 minutes, it'll be 3 hours. So, you guys got 20 minutes. You got questions for me? Ask them. I'm over here being chaos as normal, but I can still answer questions. But like, oh my God, my context is like matters. Like, you need to know about like the reality I don't want to experience because my situation is different. You don't understand. Like, my Capri Sun rising means that like I'm supposed to struggle with like my twin flame. Like, he's supposed to like go and be with like 5 different women at once, and then once his Saturn returns, like that's when we'll be together. And like his asparagus is in retrograde. Or was it Gatorade? I don't know. I forgot what it is. Now, people are going to come on here like, what did I just come into? You came to my channel and I am chaos. That's what you did. You decided to be aware of the identity that is utter chaos. We're all mad here.
Yeah.
People that deny their insanity are the true insane ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact poem, but Edgar Allan Poe wrote something like that.
Oh, I didn't even know. I just thought of this off the top of my head.
Well, it's funny when you were saying, you know, we're all you or me, I you. One of my favorite memories was seeing a Whitney Houston tribute concert.
Was seeing what?
A Whitney Houston tribute concert. And
Oh yeah, this one.
yeah. That was so much fun.
And what's interesting is this t-shirt was, I don't even know how it ended up in my house. I never bought this t-shirt.
Yeah.
This is why I tell you guys, like, my reality shifts so much that I don't know what is what. Like this morning, literally on the side of my finger, right? It looked like I had burned myself. You know how like sometimes you'll have an accident when you're cooking and it'll just be a little burn or whatever, and it scars the next like not scars, but like starts to heal the next day, and it looks kind of like, well, I'm super white, but it starts to look like a little bit more brownish. I had that this morning. I woke up that way and I was like, I didn't burn myself. Oh well. And I just went about my day. I just didn't care. And now it's gone. That shifting realities.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. If you notice, like things will shift all the time. This is why Mandela effects happen. I've been in realities where there was a Mandela effect, and I've been in realities where it switches back. And then it goes back to the other thing, and it goes back to the other thing. Because all realities exist, except there's just slight differences. I actually have a small head, and so like no matter what I do, headphones like to fall off of me. And I don't like the ones that go in the ear. Not my thing. I've had people ask me that too. Why do you wear headphones on your ears? Because I like to. And so I can hear people. I don't even know if there's anybody on YouTube because nobody has said anything. It shows that people are watching. They're like scared.
This has been so fun.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people think coaching with me is so serious. No, this is all the time. This is all the time. I literally, like, at the start of a coaching call, had someone crying, and then within minutes, they're busting out laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the shift that I've made from the lesson, you know, everything has been just just completely night and day. You know, not just members noticing it, but friends, family, you know, everybody sees these changes.
Yeah, everybody will start reflecting it to you. And that's why people who can't visualize, I might have conversations, right? Because I can't visualize, it's fine. Just to have conversations, hear people say, oh my God, you've changed so much. Or, you know, I can't believe you did this, whatever the thing is, right? How did you do that? Right? Like in shock. And that is effective. See, I don't say these things as being techniques. I'm saying these things as being the identity. Because you could sit here and do these things all day long, but if you're not being the identity, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
This is why these coaches out here, again, I am not talking down on anyone. If it works for you, great, go do it. But the thing is the coaches that say you don't need self-concept don't know what they're talking about. because even the ones that preach techniques that say, if you just say this affirmation robotically, you'll get the thing. It's not the affirmation. It's not the amount of times that you've said it. It's that you doing that, you felt like you have shifted to that identity. That's it. You became that identity. That's why it happened. It wasn't because of the technique. It's not because you gave up. It's not because all of these things. It's because you became the identity. You fully integrated it. And it's interesting because earlier you talked about like it became boring for you. I have a whole section in my love identity shift where I talk about making it boring. Literally. I forget which module it is. I think it's module 4 or something. And I'm on module 12. My students will be on module 12 tomorrow. So it's like, this is what I'm saying, like everything is reflected out. It's kind of like in that same course, I recorded this lesson in October, okay? Excuse me. And I literally said, in the Matrix, there is no spoon. And that's when everything materialized, right? That's when Neo realized who he was.
Yeah.
And that it's not him bending a spoon. There was no spoon to begin with.
Right.
I've never heard anybody else say that. I don't even know how I came up with it. I just said it. And literally, I think it was a week later or something, I saw people saying it in content. I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on YouTube. It was just hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Because these were lessons I had recorded, and there's no way anybody got it because it wasn't even released to the people that were in it yet. So there's no way that anybody could have heard it and then repeated it because nobody had access to it yet. That proves that it was just me. It's just me pushed out. It's showing up in my reality because I said it. And it happens all the time. Sometimes I'll post a video and then it's hilarious because it's like the next thing I know, it's all over everywhere. Like when I started talking about identity-based manifestation, I didn't see that anywhere else. Yeah, people were talking about self-concept, yes, but they weren't talking about it as identity. And now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I see it everywhere. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. Because no one can describe it the way that I do, and that's what resonates with the people that follow me. They'll describe it for the people that will resonate with them. This is why no one is in competition with anyone else.
No. No. No, and you know, the whole technique debate, you know, the technique is the after you do the identity shift. It's, you know, when we talked about earlier, you can chop wood, carry water. You can do a technique from two completely different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Let me see something. I'm going to pull up something on my other monitor here. Where? Oh, there they are. I was like, where are my slide decks? Okay. I think it was in the second week lesson. Let me see. Maybe it was in the first week. No. So a lot of times, like I make these slide decks and I do a teaching and then I don't even remember what I taught. Because it's meant to help people that are in it. So It's like I talk about, certainty collapses resistance, right? It's identity, then that shapes your perception of your reality. Then, because of your identity and your perception of reality, you take an action. And sometimes you don't even realize that you took the action. And then that's what makes the reflection, AKA the 3D change. The 3D show that to you. Right? Let me see. What are my notes here? It says impossible belongs to the doubter's identity. Yep. When you shift to the knower, the timeline noise dies. Like, there is no timeline. That's why I don't resonate with the whole shift timelines. Time doesn't exist. It drives me absolutely insane when I hear somebody say time doesn't exist, and then the next thing they're talking about timeline jumping. That doesn't make sense. Stop contradicting yourself. If you want to teach timelines, that's great, but don't tell people time doesn't exist if you're going to do that. Right? If you're teaching identity-based concepts and self-concept, don't sit here and say, oh, if you do these 10K affirmations, you're going to get the manifestation. That doesn't make sense. Right? That's what I have a problem with, is when people contradict themselves. I don't care what they do. They could sit here and pull tarot cards and tell you that the tarot cards are the almighty knower. Okay? I don't care. But stick to it. If that's your thing, stick to it. Great. Cool. I'm telling you the fast route. I'm telling you that none of that matters.
You so cautious when something
You're breaking up.
Oh. Am I still breaking up?
It's a little bit better, yeah.
And when someone's teaching is just based on selling something, that's not good.
I've been accused of that. I think it's hilarious.
You couldn't be further away from trying to sell things. That's hilarious.
That's what they tell me. I've literally had people mad in comments. They're like, the first 2 minutes of your video is nothing but you trying to promote yourself. I'm like, telling you a free source, like a self-concept guide. Congratulations.
Right.
And it's always the success story videos. People don't do that in any other content.
Yeah.
It's like success story videos. Why? Because the success story videos are like an addiction for them. I'm trying to be careful what I'm saying because I'm being streamed, but it's literally an addiction for them. They need their next hit. So if their hit is taking 2 minutes to get to, they're going to get angry. And I just let them get angry. I'm like, whatever. Or they hate that, like, after the success story, I talk about how the person got it. Like, oh, they got this coaching. I even had someone tell me, you talked about manifesting physical changes, but then you talked about how you did it. What? They got mad because I talked about how I printed up photos and put them on my wall. Like, I'm not supposed to talk about how I did it.
It's in that way. That's what.
This is why I laugh at it. I think it's hilarious. Because if I didn't tell them how I did it, and I'm like, oh, look, I manifested this thing. Here's the photos. And then that's the video. They'd be like, well, how did you do it? Why didn't you talk about how you did it?
Yeah.
So I just do what I want to do. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. It's kind of like, I've been wearing masks since I did tarot. And people that have been following me since I did tarot don't care. They don't care. Every now and then I get people that come from other coaches and they'll say some stupid stuff about the mask or whatever. And I just respond like how I respond, like, oh, thanks. I'll continue wearing it. It's kind of like when people ask me, are you ever going to take it off? How about this? When I get to 100,000 subscribers, I will consider it. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I will consider it. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, that's how much I don't care.
Yeah.
I do it because I don't want people to focus on me. Like, I don't matter. I am just you. Why do you guys care so much? It's kind of like when people ask me, when's your birthday? What sign are you? You know, all these different things that don't matter. I literally don't matter. I am just you. And I know other coaches will answer those questions, and that's fine. They can do what they want to do. Like, people go in their chat and ask them, oh, what's your sign? And they'll answer. Like, cool. It's kind of like I said, like I've had literal people book with me, and then they compare me to another coach, and I'm like, cool, go to them. They end up back because they thought that they were getting what they wanted somewhere else, and then they found out, no, that's not it. It doesn't matter to me.
No. And the thing is, the answer is the same. It's the same answer. It's whether or not you're ready to apply.
Well, no, I mean they'll compare me to other coaches that had different approaches, right? Like, I've had people compare me to certain coaches that are more technique based instead of identity based, that are more strict science and Neville Goddard, and like the ones that are only Neville Goddard. They're like, oh, I want someone like this. Okay, cool. That's not me. Do I respect Neville Goddard? Sure. But I'm not a Neville Goddard based coach. If they want strict only psychology and like all this stuff, I do mix in psychology, but I'm not a psychiatrist, and I'm not going to make it just about psychology. Like, oh, they want EFT typing and they want nervous system regulation. That's not me. Like, if you want that, cool. That's fine. YouTube is just chilling today. What's interesting is when I just go live just on YouTube, I think like on my phone, not on my laptop. When I tried it on my laptop, it was about like it is right now. But it's like when I go on my phone, I get more viewers. I get more people in the chat. I wonder why that is. Like, there's been times where I've done it on my phone and I have anywhere from 30 to 200 people and watch me at a time. But when I'm on my laptop, it's anywhere from like 3 to 15 at a time. It's weird. I think YouTube pushes from mobile more.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe from it being an app on the phone.
Yeah, because it's from the app. But I can't do it like doing it from Zoom to that on the app. It has to be on a laptop. So I don't know. Does anyone have any questions? Because now it's been 3 hours, so I'm about to get off of here. If there's no questions, as soon as I get off of here, this will render and it will post, and you guys will get the replay on YouTube. I will not be posting it. Well, what I'm probably going to do is download the video, and I'm going to cut out like a lot of more success and post that to inspire people. because literally she watches my content, she downloaded the self-concept guide, and she's one of the alchemists. That's it. That's what I tell you guys. If you would like one-on-one coaching, it is available to you. Do you need it? No. You can just watch the content. You can download the free sources. You do not need coaching. Any coach that tells you you need to spend hundreds of dollars or whatever to get the thing, run from them. You know, oh, pay me $200 and I'll manifest for you. Don't do that. The sources are there for those that need it. Like, I have different types for different people. Some people like one-on-one calls. They're there for you. Some people need like a texting service. That's there for you. Some people need a structure and a course. That's there for you. Some people just need a quick little ebook and they're good. That's there for you. Some people like the craziness that I post on YouTube. That's there for you. Right? Everybody is different, but as far as one-on-one coaching, it is a luxury purchase. Kind of like this, my hair took me 5 minutes. I washed my hair last night. I put rollers in it. Woke up this morning, took the rollers out, did my makeup, got on here. Later in the day. You get my point. If I was to go to a blowout salon, that is a luxury. Do I need it? No. Kind of like Morgs was talking about with getting your nails done. Is it a necessity? No. But if you want to go drop $120, $150 on your nails, that's great too. There's nothing wrong with it. So, this is why I say when I talk about my services, guys, it's there for you if you feel like you need it. But what I always tell people, before you coach with me, get into the mindset that this is your last stop. Anything that you spend with me, you're getting back tenfold.
Yeah.
And I literally have clients that invest like in the texting service. They get it back tenfold within a week. Because that is their knowing going into it. So this is why people ask me, like, how can you charge this, blah, 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 because I know my clients are going to have success, because I know they're going to get the money back. That's why. All right, guys. I think I am about to get off of here. It's been a week. It's been a month. I can't even believe it's the 21st.
Yeah. No.
It's like, this is why I said time doesn't exist.
No. Not at all.
So I'm going to get off of here. I got to finalize some stuff on module 12 for those in the intensive and those that I've already signed up for the love identity shift. So quick plug, no shame, is if you guys would like that, if you would like the 28-day love identity shift, it is available on my website, both the regular and the luxe edition. Information is on there. I have a Black Friday special. It is until the 30th. You can use code Black Friday at checkout, and there is a discount on all of my services, no matter what it is that you want. The biggest discount is on the 28-day love identity shift, because most of you guys are coming to me for FP. Okay? But you can use that for anything. I plan on taking that course and making it like a complete reality and identity shift. That will be for 2026, and I'm going to make it an intensive as well. So that's going to be a 28-day intensive of basically completely revamping your reality and your identity for 2026. And this is why I said it's plug and play. After I build this love identity shift, it's just changing the lingo over to general, And it's the same thing. I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's love. I don't care if it's body. It's all the same thing. So if you are interested in that, it is available. I'm about to get module 12 done. And then after that, I only have 2 other modules to do. It's insane. I'm down to my last 3. But, all right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Morgs, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing. You are such a treat and so amazing. I know I will see you over on the school community. And I already know there's going to be even more amazing things from you.
Yes, I can't wait to share.
And those watching on YouTube, if you are joining me now, guess what? You're late, like 3 hours late. So you will get the replay. And I know no matter if you're watching me live or you're watching the replay, guess what? You're about to have the best day or night of your life. And I already know that that's